Hey, y'all. It is your girl, Dr. Latia Rashawn, your favorite entrepreneur and mentor. And welcome to class. Unlock your mind to take up space. And we're about to begin. And here we go. Unlock your mind to take up space. I am your girl, Dr. Latia Rashawn. As I said, your favorite entrepreneur and mentor. And I'm so glad that you're here taking this step with me, trusting the process and this dope goals movement because it is more than a t-shirt. It is definitely a reality. Unlocking your mind to take up space has been a process, okay? I began this journey not knowing exactly where it was going to take me. I began to step more out of my comfort zone, and I'm so glad that I got started because realistically, that is the one area that a lot of people struggle with, figuring out how and when and where to get started on their personal transformation. So, unlock your mind to take up space. What are we going to be talking about today? Well, today we're going to be looking at a few things. Okay, I'm going to be introducing myself, telling you more about who I am. All right, how to be your own personal cheerleader so that you can adapt through life. And I'm not talking about your swag and how you walk. I'm talking about your discipline. All right, I'm talking about your authenticity. I'm talking about how you persevere through those tough times and never give up. So you got to be your own cheerleader. Get in alignment with who you are. There's a divine alignment and skills that was given to you before you even began to display and showcase your skill and your ability, your knowledge and your talent. All right. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about how you can take your skills to take up space in your business if you are a business owner, to take up space in your career if you are a team player and you enjoy the work that you do. And then last but not least, taking up space in your personal life because there are some things that you do every single day that even though it does not have a price tag on it, it is a part of your personal brand and who you are and what you're most known for. And then lastly, you're going to get an opportunity to connect with me. So we have a couple of objectives today. We're going to unlock your unique skill set. All right. We don't think about the skills, or you don't think about the skills that you have most of the time because you're just going through the motions of doing the things that you know to do. You know, you don't think twice about it. You don't second guess yourself. You just wake up, press the gas, and go. Now, is that a bad thing? Absolutely not. However, we are going to, shift that a little bit so that when you wake up, you are using your skill set with intention to create the life that you want to live. We're going to talk about unlocking your strengths. All right. There is nothing wrong with being great at certain things in your life. And when you are great at things in your life, people will try to tell you to be humble. People will try to tell you to not show out. People will try to tell you that what you're doing, you feel me? That what you're doing um uh is not good, or they're envious of what you're doing because part of what you're doing is not who they are. Do not let those people be the people that keep you from reaching your next level in life. All right. And we're going to talk about that later on inside of this class. Next thing, we're going to talk about these strengths and taking up space. And I've already kind of alluded to that. You can take up space in whatever entity that you choose to take up space in. However, just know that once you begin to change and you are being honest and real with yourself about those changes, people are going to feel some type of way, but that's not your issue. And then we're going to talk about, dope goals the smart way. All right. Dope goes the smart way. And there's an acronym that DOPE stands for, and we're going to get into that. But now that I have your attention, we're going to keep this party rolling. So, who exactly is Dr. Latilia Rashawn? All right. Well, you see that picture? I was so proud to be graduating with my doctorate in 2016. A little backstory: when I was in the 8th grade, I had a teacher that told me that I would never have a job because of my attitude. And I was like, where is she coming from with this? Because I was that student that challenged the teachers. I was that student that was like, hey, you got to teach me something. You're not just going to give me bookwork and expect me to do it. But being born and raised in Waycross, Georgia, a graduate of 2000, that was that time period when everything that you did in class was a sit and get. The teachers were not always about differentiated instruction. They were not, well versed into their curriculum. They were teaching by the book and expected you to learn by the book and then never push you forward. All right. So here's a little bit about me. As an entrepreneur, I combine my 13 years of traditional classroom teaching and my education to teach busy moms like me, okay, how to find balance in their lives and maximize on their unique skill sets in their business, in their career, and for your personal transformation and growth. I'm proud to say that I'm 38 years old. Okay. Who I was at 28 was definitely not who I was at 18. So I'm glad to say that, yes, I served in the United States Air Force from 2001 to 2007. I earned multiple degrees, with my undergrad being earned from Thomas Edison State University in liberal studies. I'm the mother of two amazing, handsome young boys. Philip, he's 16, Preston is 14. I moved back to Georgia in 2008. I moved back to Georgia in 2007, and I began teaching in 2008, and I have been a public school English educator teaching grades 6 through 11 at some point in my career. I graduated, as I said, with my doctorate in education in 2016. And this is where the entrepreneur and mentor journey started. Okay. Entrepreneurship became a part of my life as I was completing my dissertation, to be honest with you all. And I was editing my first book, my fourth year in middle school, The Truth About Teaching. And y'all, I had it all wrong. I had this entrepreneur thing all wrong back in 2016. I was all over the place. Um, but I had the sense of urgency to do more than what I was doing. And I knew that I had the skills and I had the talent inside of me, and it was just waiting to be birthed. So here we are together on this journey. I spent, like I said, 6 years active duty Air Force. And um, when I began to work on my degree, that's when I understood my skill set. I understood my vision. I understood my dreams for myself. In 2010, I transitioned into teaching. After I began working on my master's in public administration. And I know my timeline is kind of crazy because I was doing a lot of things. Like, I got out of Air Force in '07. I worked briefly for the Georgia Department of Human Resources as a child support services enforcement agent. That was not the job for me. And then I went to a job fair at the top of 2008. I was in the classroom in July 2008. And I really was not understanding pedagogy and curriculum until 2010, when I began to work on my education specialist. So yes, just bear with me. I've done a lot, but when I got my education specialist in curriculum and instruction, it was mainly because I needed a stronger teaching foundation. So I got that foundation in teaching, and that is when I learned through my own teaching philosophy that we have to meet people where they are. Okay, we have to meet people where they are. And when I'm looking into the field, when I'm looking at people that want better in their lives, they're listening to people that have really big brands. They're listening to people that are not necessarily selling them a dream, but they're listening to people that have been in the game for a very long time. So when they say all you got to do is set a goal and write it down and you can accomplish it, some people don't know how to sit down and set a goal. Some people don't know what an affirmation is. Some people don't know what a personal development plan for themselves is. So when I began to step more out of my comfort zone this year in 2020, and I began to take my business more seriously with my print on demand store, my online courses, my Dope Goals movement. That is when I realized I'm finna help fill that gap for people that need help getting started. They won't change, but they don't know how to go about getting it. All right. I've always felt like I wasn't doing enough. All right. I had the ambition to pursue a doctorate. It took me 5 years to get it, and I ultimately became Dr. Latia Rashawn, but I was forgetting about those gifts inside of me. And I don't want you to be like me and take the scenic route to finding your passion and your drive in life. I want you to use your gifts to make room so you are not afraid to take up space. Constructive criticism does not steer you down a different path. I want you to be happy about transforming your business, transforming your career, and transforming your personal life so that you unlock your mind and take up space. Y'all, it starts with your mindset. Okay? Y'all still with me? So, be your own cheerleader. Be your own cheerleader. Discipline, authenticity, perseverance. Sometimes we have to stop wondering if things are going to work out in our favor and just do it. Be like Nike, just do it. All right. We can't be concerned with, if people are going to like, my business, if people are going to like my skill set at my job, if people are going to like me in real life, because you have to be happy inside of your business. You have to be happy inside of your career. You have to be happy in your personal life, because if you are single, and you find your happiness in your singleness, that's fine. You have to be happy in your marriage. If you're married, you have to be happy as a parent. You personally have to find your sweet spot so that you do not drown in the pressures of what if, so that you do not drown in the pressure of I don't know. All right. So you have to be your own cheerleader, and everything starts with you. Okay. Everything starts with you. I hope y'all are still with me as we move forward. So here we go. Masterclass objectives. There are 4 objectives of this masterclass. Unlock your skill set. All right. You will identify your unique skill set. Unlock your strengths. You will create opportunities to around you so that you have skills that are mastered. You can put those to work easily in your everyday life. Use your strengths to take up space. Employ your skills to the space you use daily. And that goes back to your business, your career, and your personal life. When you wake up every single day, there are just some things you inherently do. Okay. And there are some people that don't have that gumption to do the things that you do. All right. So we're going to talk about that, and then SMART goals. We're going to work on the plan to set goals and create an action plan for yourself. Y'all, I'm so excited about this move that we are making, because guess what? If we don't move together and I don't allow you to sit at the table with me and I keep all of this knowledge to myself, then I'm being a disservice to the people that I say I want to help. All right. And you don't have to be a disservice to the people that you want to help. You can be their motivator. You can be their inspiration. All right. So we're going to unlock our minds to take up space, and we are going to begin to live the lives that we want to live. You feel me? We're going to live the lives that we want to live. So now that we've covered our major 4 objectives of this masterclass, I hope you have pen, paper, pencil, something to write down, screenshot, have your phone. It's up to you. This is your information. You use it how you see fit because, hey, that's why you are here. All right? So let's keep the ball going. Here we go. Sitting down in your blessings. Okay. Sitting down in your blessings. What does that mean to sit down in your blessings? All right. We commonly use the word personality, but even in your everyday life, you have a brand about yourself. You have a system for how you complete things in your day to day. And I'm sorry, as you are completing these things in your life from day to day, people know what to expect from you. All right. For some people, that can be a good thing. For others, that can be a bad thing. But we're about to pivot all of that for the good. All right. We're all capable of learning the same things: time management, organization, leadership, followership, all right, and a host of other things. But it's ultimately how to maximize on the mastery of those skills. How do you maximize on the mastery of those skills? And when you look at the definition of skills, that is knowledge or practice. When you go to work every single day, there's some type of knowledge that you have about your job, and there's some type of skill that you practice applying every single day. Same thing in your business. There's knowledge that you have about your niche, and there's something that you practice every day to make you inside of your niche the expert and better. So now no disclaimer, here's my disclaimer. I'm sorry, a disclaimer. I'm not a business or a life coach. I am all about personal transformation. All right. So I just strongly believe in personal transformation because you are learning how to position yourself to help others. All right. And it begins with you. And if it brings you some coins, if it brings you some money along the way, then so be it. All right. You have interests. Okay. Y'all look at that middle box. You have interests, things that keep you engaged. Now, this particular template should have been received inside of your email. If you did not receive it, I will send it again. But you have interests, things that keep you engaged, catch your attention. All right. These are the things that you naturally gravitate or typically gravitate towards on the daily. And it could be a range of things from your fashion, okay, your food, your fun, your family, and your faith. You find things to experiment with, and you build a mental portfolio, and or some in some cases a physical portfolio or a swipe portfolio on your phones, because you think about your Pinterest boards. All right. You're finding ideas for business on Pinterest, and you swiping and you save them to a board. You're finding your career, okay? You're finding templates for your resume, and you swipe them and put them on the board. Your personal life, you might want to redecorate some things in your home. You swipe those things and put those on a board. That is your portfolio of ideas. Those are those things that keep you engaged and that you're interested in. And that is fine, because sometimes we need a little inspiration. We live and die by our phones, y'all. So there's nothing wrong with putting this stuff down and saying, hey, I'm gonna go back and check on that later. It keeps you engaged. It's how you learn. And oftentimes inside of my classroom, I tell kids that, you should go out when you leave school and read. And they think I'm saying read a book. No, baby, you don't have to read a book. Read things that you're interested in. If you're interested in fashion, okay, go read you some fashion magazines, Vogue, all that good stuff. They got a Vogue for every country. All right. If you're interested in food, all right, you can go sit down, let Cordon Bleu. Everybody wants to be on top shelf, but don't nobody know what it takes to get there. You got to go through some highly skilled training and how to handle certain things. So go read some culinary art books. or magazines, or watch some shows or documentaries. You're fun. Some people just don't mind hopping on out there and doing a lot of crazy things in life, but it is what it is. Have the fun that you want to have. Your family, your faith, find those things, because once you begin to experiment with those, you will explore those interests at different times in your life, and it's going to add to your quality of life bank that's ultimately going to make your life better for you. And then talented. All right. Being a talented person is a gift that is something nobody can take away from you. We hear the word prodigy. All right. Dr. Martin Luther King was a child prodigy. They say that Alicia Keys was a musical child prodigy. Just really, really smart, really, really intelligent, highly skilled people. People can't take that from you. So your natural abilities have the capability to set you apart from others and propel you into a different direction in your life to make your dreams a reality. Like, make your dreams a reality. Do not be afraid of your natural ability to do things, because when you display your natural ability, somebody is gonna ask you how you do that, and you get an opportunity to teach, to show, to mentor, to instruct, to direct, to befriend. Being pro-social is not a bad thing. Sharing yourself with people is not a bad thing, especially when you're talking about your unique skill set. So when you identify your unique skill set based on the knowledge that you have and abilities that you have, then you will be able to create opportunities for growth. You feel me? Y'all still with me? Good. I'm glad you're still with me. All right. So you should have received an email, but let's take a look at this S.I.T template. Okay. Let's look at this template. Sitting down in your blessings. I give you this template because I want you to take an inventory of your skills, your interests, and your talents, um, so that you can see where these skills are transferable in your life. And I give you some examples: skill, practice, 5 to 10 things organized and planning, interests, reading, sports, your talents, your natural ability, writing, public speaking. Can y'all tell by now that I'm a talker? I'm definitely a talker. I've always been a talker. I was that kid in class that got the U's and the N's, U for unsatisfactory and N's for needs improvement. That was me. I was that kid. So you'll be able to take some time once this class is over to go. And even if you've already done this, print it off again. Look at yourself and take a real inventory. This is your business. Because once you get real with yourself, you're able to walk in your purpose and live the life that you want to live. I'm going to just keep it 100 with y'all. 100. Okay. So moving forward, taking up space. All right. In your life, you have the capacity to take up space and offer your skill set to people around you. You have the knowledge that you use in your day-to-day life, but do you run a business? Are you content in your career? Do you provide a service? Who are you connecting with? All right. How do you identify how to take up space? And when you look at what SPACE stands for, I'm not talking about outer space astronauts. I'm talking about your services. All right. The help that you give to the people around you, products, the output of your services, audience, the people you service that benefit from your product, content, the proof of your content, the proof of your product, and engage, communicating with the people around you. Services, you may have a business in a particular niche and your customers are in tune with your services because you help them fix a problem. All right. You help people fix a problem. In my business, I help you identify your skill set because you want to transfer certain areas of your life in your career your services are your responsibilities and duties. And now that you have your skill set, I'm looking at my notes, y'all, I'm sorry. Now that you have your skills, um, how does these skills you use service your life? Because ultimately it is about your life. Where are you most comfortable serving? And basically, that is where you need to position yourself. Where are you most comfortable? Okay. Are you comfortable in your business? Are you comfortable in your career? Are you comfortable in your personal life? Products, that is that output. It's the same approach. When you break down your business, if you have one, or you looking at your career and you're engrossed in the skills and the duties and the responsibilities that you have every day, how do you evaluate what you are producing? You personally, not what somebody else say. How do you evaluate what you produce? Is it benefiting your overall existence? Your audience, that is the people that you talk to. All right. um what are people paying attention to? Who's paying attention to your business and your career, and your personal life? Are you receiving feedback that is favorable? Are you receiving feedback that is critical? The people that enjoy your services and your businesses are the people that you want to talk to, because those are people that are going to want to work with you, and those are the people that are going to help you continue to master your skill set. And then your content. This is proof of your work. All right. Sharing what you've done in your business, the highs and lows of your entrepreneurship. People think that when people are telling their success stories that nothing bad ever happens. I can tell y'all everything. I was doing this wrong in 2016. Okay. When I say wrong, I was doing this wrong. I thought I could do it by myself. I was not willing to invest in myself. So when you are exhibiting proof of your work, you feel me? That promotion that you got at work, tell people about your professional development. Tell people how you almost quit a certification because you thought it was going to be too hard, or you had personal life and life happening to you behind the scenes, so you was ready to give up. It's a matter ultimately of packaging up the proof of the fruits of your labor. All right. That is your content, your conversation, your word of mouth, engaging with people. All right. People want to know what's good about business, what's bad. People want to know about what's good about your career choice, what's bad. I'm a teacher. On a good day, I love my kids. They're doing their work. They're not combative. They're on task. They're reading. They're engaged. They're active. On a bad day, they're disengaged. They don't want to read. They want to text. They want to come to school and socialize. Like, tell people the real deal. Okay. Because it's going to help them form an opinion about the career choices that they make. And then also your life. You don't have to tell your business to anybody, but you can tell people, like, look, I persevered through some tough times. Y'all, I've been married and divorced twice. And I used to be embarrassed by my second marriage, but then I realized that sometimes people can't love you the way that you want to be loved. So it's better to let those people go so that the people that can love you will come into your life. All right. So all the feedback that you get, all the engagement that you have with people is not going to give you the warm fuzzies, but your mind has to be stronger than your feelings, because sometimes you can be think you're doing really, really great. And that one piece of feedback that you get, it may crush your spirit a little bit, but that is that push that you need to come back harder, to come back stronger. All right. So your authenticity, all right, is your vibranium. I remember hearing a speaker say that your authenticity will encourage you through your personal transformation. Be real with yourself. All right. If you want to take up space and if you want to change the trajectory of your life, that is fine. Jump off the porch. I love that saying. Jump off the porch. All right. Let's take a look at this space template. Okay. Let's take a look at it. This is another template that you're going to be receiving. All right. And it's the same thing. But I'm giving you the opportunity to practice writing these things down. All right. In your life, you have the capacity to take up space and offer your skill set to the people around you. So, what ways are you using your knowledge in your day to day life? Identify your services, your products, your audience, your content, and your engagement in your business, in your career, and your life. You can print this out 3 times. Do one for business, do one for your career, do one for your life. If you just want to focus on your business, just do one for business. If you want to focus on that next promotion for your career, do one for your career. If you want to focus on your life, boom, you got it. Okay? You got it. So now that we're talking about taking up space, let's create an action plan. All right? Commit your mind, um, commit in your mind that you are ready to take up space and take control of your life. And this is just, just an info slide. Face the fear of critiquing yourself. You are your hardest critic sometimes, but your sit template is going to help you push through that. Use your strengths to take up space. That space template is going to help you through that. And set goals with your new mindset and skills-based knowledge. Y'all, everything that you need is already inside of you. All right. So when we're talking about setting dope goals, setting those dope goals. All right. What does that look like? What does that look like, y'all? Oh, develop opportunities to excel so you can go out and lead selflessly. You have to be specific about what you want. You have to think about the measurability of the goals that you are trying to attain, and realistic about your goals. Be realistic about your goals, and if your goals are timed. Basically, whatever you spend 80% of your time on is what is important to you. All right. And that leaves you with 20% of your time to eliminate nuances. So get specific gives you direction. Getting specific gives you direction. Measuring your progress gives you insight to your productivity. The attainability of your goals, that you're focused on and completing one thing at a time versus a long list of things to do. Set realistic goals. Be productive. All right. You want to reap the benefits of the things that you do. So be productive versus busy. And it's in the power of the tongue and how you speak to yourself. All right. Now I have another template about, setting smart goals, but that's a different class. That's a different class. But when you set dope goals a smart way, you are developing opportunities to excel so that you can go out and lead selflessly, but do it smart. Be specific, measurable, set a time limit. All right. Measure the ability that you have, the attainability. Does it fit your lifestyle? Realistic. Is it a realistic goal for you where you're at in your life? And time. How much time is it going to take? All right. I'm not going to spend too much time here because y'all have heard me talk about SMART goals before. It's an acronym that everybody has seen. Y'all know how this goes. So, creating value, set goals, prioritize your time, affirm your dreams, and personal development. This is going to be a bonus that I send to you, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Once you sit down and you set goals in your life and you figure out what you want to do in your life and you prioritize your time and you begin to affirm yourself and personal development, podcasts, spirituality, books, meditating, yoga, exercise, personal development, you have to take that time for yourself to work on the things that you ultimately seek to have. You feel me? All righty. Remember, it's not how you start, but how you finish. Not how you start, but how you finish. And last but not least, stay connected with me. You can find me at Dr. Latia Rashawn on Facebook. You can join the Adapt Collective, which is a private mentor group on Facebook. And I'm on IG at I am Dr. Latia Rashawn. Or if you just want to shoot me an email, get right with doc at latiarashawn.com. I am here. So I hope right now that you feel like you have the tools to begin to take up space in your life, in your career, in your business. And this has been so, so much fun. This is your gift. Watch this video as often as you need to. And I'll see y'all next go round. Unlock your mind to take up space, y'all. It's all up here. Toodaloo.